Oh, yeah. There it is. There it is. What day is it? What day is it, Brett?
I don't know. Days of the week are a social construct.
I decided not to let anyone else join us for now because we're sitting in this completely empty pub, if you guys can in the background, and we're both drinking a together. And apparently my together is green screened.
I see that.
Interesting. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works.
I didn't realize we had that much budget.
No, that was totally by accident. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us for episode ? What day is it? Obviously, our names are there, but I'm Yusuf. There's Brett. Adam and Adam are hanging out in the back. We also got Rob Fulmer back there. He's going to join us in a minute to talk about the AZ Virtual Beer Fest. Adam is munching away, and they went. So there was a run to get. Let me pour myself a beer. There was a run from Tucson up to Ground Control and back that Adam Ledford made. Let Adam talk about that here in a second. You didn't send me a picture, by the way, Adam. I wanted to see what that looked like. Oh, yeah, it's pretty. But for those of you joining us, Brett, I'm going to pop you out. Adam Ledford, you made a trip out to Ground Control to pick up some of these hot chicken sandwiches right here.
Indeed. Yeah, it is a sign of our crazy times that I called and thanked my wife for letting me drive 250 miles to get a chicken sandwich today, because that seemed like a favorable alternative to just staying in the house. But seriously, we wanted to show some Tucson love for Ian and the crew at Ground Control. So it was the right day to do it. We mustered together a huge order, and we did very responsible dead drop handoffs with gloves, masks, and sanitizing wipes to distribute all those things. But holy crap, that sandwich was amazing. I just powered it down. I was going to try to wait until we started, but no chance. I needed that mouth.
Adam Green is down to one last bite, and I want to bring him in real quick.
Not down to one last bite. I still got a whole sandwich left here. By the way, hi, guys.
Show us.
Thank you, Adam Ledford, for bringing this over for the dead drop, and thank you, Ian Harwell, for creating this because, my God, it's delicious. So, yeah, great job. Like, it's spicy, it's tasty, it's everything I ever wanted in a chicken sandwich. You could take the video off of me so I can keep eating this.
I think we were going up. There might be some sort of weird. Everyone's lonely and they want to watch you eat food in a restaurant.
I doubt that.
Sitting on the other
side, that lonely.
There are whole YouTube channels devoted to just watching me eat dinner by myself. It's usually a hot woman, but Adam, I think you can pull it off.
Once upon a time, like 4 or 5 years ago, thousands of people watched me eating a D-Bat dog on YouTube. It's like, that's the thing that look it up on YouTube. You could find that. That's me eating a giant ass corn dog. This is different. This is better. But that's so I'm not unfamiliar with this situation. No.
Adam, we had on like a couple weeks ago the hot chicks eating snacks. You're kind of the antithesis of that.
But
hairy Jews eat a lot of chicken.
Well,
they're jealous of this sandwich. This is good.
I mean, technically, he is snacking on hot chick right now. So,
there is that. I'm going to let Adam go back to eating. I see Rob Fulmer getting himself situated. And before we jump over to Rob and talk about what I think is super neat is they're doing this Arizona virtual beer called Keep Arizona Brewing. I'm going to share that with you guys so you can see that page, and then Rob can speak to it a little bit more as well. But Ledford, Brett, give me a second here. I'm going to bring in Rob Fulmer. And Rob, can you hear me?
Yeah, great.
Hey, man, how's it going?
I'm doing great. I'm just ready to pour beer here.
Well, tell us what you're pouring.
So I've got a couple beers here. This is a hazelnut Tombstone Imperial Stout.
Nice.
Hazelnut and vanilla. I may be converting to that mustache during this festival. At the last fundraiser I did, I got a bunch of people to shave their beards for Mikkel Mason. We raised overall $45,000 for her through our foundation. The beard portion of it was actually, we came in with low expectations. I think that contributed $4,500 to it. John Schmidt, I don't know if you know John Schmidt, Big John from Four Peaks. He ended up shaving off everything and his hair. We had a bunch of people just shaving everything off, and I'm like, oh, I got to use my negotiation skills. I was going to shave everything off. I'm like, how about someone pay me more money and I'll just do whatever beard you want? But I had a ringer, and I wanted to look like Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead. So I got that going on.
There you go.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. The deal was I was gonna wear it for 30 days, which timed out exactly to Baja Beer Festival in Tucson, but that never materialized. We had to cancel that festival because of the crisis. So I feel committed to do this on the 18th and shave off a little bit, maybe a little bit at a time, maybe raise some more money that way. So
I don't think anybody would donate any money for me growing a beard. And actually, I should be able to because of my heritage. So I'm not flying anytime soon. I'm just going to let this thing grow. I mean, I might have this will take a year and a half, but
yeah, dude. I have a mixed ethnic background, and for the longest time, when I'm part Korean, part European, and growing up, everyone thought I was Chinese or Japanese or whatever, and then I was Hispanic all of a sudden in my teens, and when I had this beard, I don't know if you know Andy Rich from Dragoon Brewing Company, Jewish background. He's like, he called me the rabbi, so I would hang on.
Oh, this should be good. Perfect.
Yeah, especially when I had the rest of the beard, the rabbi. So.
Well, Rabbi Rob, while we have you for a moment, why don't you tell us more about this bad boy right here, the Keep Arizona Virtual Beer Festival that you guys are doing?
Yeah, sure. So I'm going to say that this is not an original idea. I mean, I think people have tried this before, but it's obviously very timely now that we can't get to see each other face to face. And my colleagues, my colleagues in other states, they're always a source of inspiration and learning and sharing. I just actually got off a call with the New York State Guild, the Ohio State Guild, and this idea originated from the Iowa Brewers Guild, and they did the Socially Distant Beer Festival, and they threw it together in 10 days, and they raised $20,000.
Nice.
So we hope to achieve, maybe that and a little bit more. And they didn't have a lot of planning time. I was able to sort of check out their event and learn from them. And the thing that we're going to add is a little more dimensionality. We're going to bring exactly what you're doing here, inviting guests, sharing things, being able to do all this stuff. And we've got a couple different ways that you can join. It could be as little.
I'm looking at it, and I was looking at it earlier today. It looks like you guys have T-shirts, which is awesome. You've got T-shirts at the same time that include a ticket. Love the women's rocker and the men's shirt here. You guys partnered with
Goodfellas
Merch, right?
Yeah. And they're hurting too because they do a lot of concert T-shirts, and we're not doing a lot of concerts, right? So. Right. They took the lead on that. So, even though you could buy a ticket directly from us, we are encouraging people to go buy it from them, and we'll get those tickets, those e-tickets hooked up. We're using Eventbrite. And so you'll get a notification 48 hours and then 24 hours and then 2 hours ahead of time to get that information. We're kind of keeping the actual, Facebook group and some of the links under the covers right now. But once we open the gates, we want everyone to share everything.
So there are multiple tickets. I saw it was $5 for one to just get access to watch the link, which is great, and that helps support the Craft Brewers Guild and keep that going. Obviously, these include a T-shirt, which is awesome. the VIP ones, you're going to actually allow people to do what we're doing now, hop on and have a chat with you guys, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So they'll have they'll be in the group here, and we're going to mute some cameras and stuff like that, but they're welcome to answer questions. We'll have someone monitoring that, and so when we bring breweries in, and we bring people in, and we bring special guests in, we'll open it up for questions, and they can sort of raise their hand, and they'll be on camera just like this and ask their question, and believe me, everybody in that VIP area, we want to see their faces. We want to hear from them. So if if they don't have a question, we're gonna interview them too and find out what's going on. The whole point of this is seeing everybody face to face.
We'll have to get some of our guys in there with you as well, and maybe see if we can't drag in some of our other industry friends and make a party out of it. Yeah, absolutely. That's the collaborative aspect of it. Once the gates are open, you guys are welcome to make it your home. And the unique thing about this is you're going to experience this on that day in the first person. You're gonna say, "Hey, I went here. I did this. I was part of this." But you can go back the next day or the next week, and you can sort of see what you missed. So if this was, and this can be in our festival, this atmosphere you have right here. I don't have to check into it, until later, and I can see what I missed, and hopefully there'll be some buzz about everything. So Rob, real quick before we let you go, I've got Adam Green, who you may have met before, and I'm gonna bring him in. He might have a few questions for you, as well as my dear friend and co-host Brett Berry. I don't describe Adam Green that way. Yeah, just the way I do things. I'm gonna step what happened to the chicken sandwich, man?
Oh, I'm still working on that bad boy. It's falling apart, but it's I'd rather ask you some questions here than eat this delicious sandwich. I appreciate you joining us.
What's kind of where did you get it from? And I have questions for you, sir.
Fair enough, but I'll start first. I know it was 6 weeks ago or so, maybe 2 months ago, we had Strong Beer Festival, and that's what we do for the Arizona craft beer community. The Brewers Guild is what's happened now is so different. Just how much of an adjustment has it been to try to help out this industry that we all care so much about? And yet it's almost like a 180 for how we were doing this all just as recently as 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago.
Sure. We were very, very fortunate to have that festival go off without a hitch and hit some records in attendance and participation. Large events like ours had been trending downwards a little bit, and we adjusted to that. We predicted that. We adjusted to it. But that is the reason that this organization is around right now, because we had that great festival, and we've usually been able to spend a lot of that money on promotions and, stupid things like just sitting in rooms, listening to legislators and making sure that no stupid bills get passed no, I mean, seriously, it sounds dumb, but we've been on top of our legislative game for the last 5-6 years. And it costs money and it costs time. And we've made a lot of friends over those last 5 years. We were also fortunate to have a festival at Westgate that went off without a hitch, and then kind of things shut down. And as I mentioned, the fundraiser for McKell Mason to raise $45,000, and then everything just shut down. And if you look at our part of the country, we got what we needed out of the spring, except for maybe the Tucson Baja Beer Fest. I really, really feel terrible that we weren't able to sort of be down there and take care of Tucson. But think about the rest of the country. They're just getting out of winter, and they're starting their festival program, and they're starting to make the money for those guilds. Those guys are suffering because they're missing out on their big summer extravaganzas. The Brewers Association, they're missing out on the Craft Brewers Conference right now, and they're going to give that away for free. But our national organization is suffering, and there's a question as to whether the Great American Beer Festival is going to go off, and that's their big moneymaker. So we're all in this hurt locker, and thankfully we got our big event going, and we've shut down our office and we've cut back on some things, and if we can make it to September with a little bit extra money in our pockets as a guild, we can continue to operate. If we don't have these opportunities to raise money, it's going to be bad for everyone. We haven't done as much social media posting. We haven't done as much marketing because of the situation. Literally Kristen and I were, we were digesting information from our government. The governor, each individual city, counties, and reading executive orders and making sure that we could still stay open to some capacity. I think we're at a good state. I think our bars and restaurants being able to deliver beer to go is a good thing. But it didn't come automatically. We had a lot of lobbying and a lot of making friends with the restaurant association.
You guys are doing some hard work, Rob, and I want to commend you on that. And also, I would love for you to join us again at some point next week. Give us a quick updates on how things are going for you.
Anytime, man.
That'd be great. Before I let you go, Brett had something he wanted to show us, and I just saw this. I'm going to post this on our page later, but I don't know where you found this, Brett.
Oh, I just generated this after you guys were talking about your beard, Rob. I think to do it right, we need to superimpose your face on this.
I could grow into that gray. Yeah. There's.
So it says, buy a ticket to virtual beer fest. Only if you shave your beard.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Fine.
You better buy
I can get that pretty easily. I might have to have.
I did the heavy lifting there in the last 30 seconds. I think this will sell you some tickets, man.
Yes. Sit in my way.
What to do.
I need to get my chicken question answered. Where was that chicken sandwich from?
Chicken sandwich, Brett. I'll come right back to you. The chicken sandwich. Adam Ledford will tell you because he picked it up. It is from Ground Control, from our dear friend Ian, who has been making amazing chicken sandwiches. And you got to get yourself one since we're all supporting local. Adam, go ahead. I know you wanted to say hi to Rob on the air.
Yeah. Rob, what's going on, man? Yeah, no, seriously, man. It's great to see you, even if only virtually. Appreciate you coming on.
No. Just so everyone knows, we had common friends. You in North Carolina, and we both know Eric Myers and Sean and a couple other folks down there. And
Thomas, give him a shout out. Well, hey, two things. One of our super fans wanted to let you know that Cynthia to her friends, says she wanted to let you know that she was half Korean and half German as well. So
look at you guys.
Yeah. So Rob, I had a question for you because I know that, half of the job legislatively sometimes is looking into that cloudy crystal ball and seeing what you can do to influence things from a lobbying side and what just makes sense for the community.
Right.
We're seeing a bunch of things kind of relax as far as beer delivery and to-go containers and all that stuff. Let's think as optimistically as we can. Once this blows over, what do you think the likelihood is that we don't have all these things pulled back all the way? What do you think are going to be some of the silver lining best outcomes that might come from these relaxed rules?
Sure. I would tell you that breweries have always had the right to deliver. So everything you're seeing from brewery right now is exactly the rights that we had. And you didn't see it because, the taproom model was so successful that, nobody really wanted to exploit that right. Now, it wasn't written explicitly in statute, but it has been an industry practice and has been backed up by many DLLC, the Department of Liquor License Control, opinions. And so the current director says, yes, we've said this. Of course, you have this. So although it wasn't written explicitly in statute, we've had the right to deliver for years, and not many people took advantage of it. The big question is restaurants with beer and wine and spirits to go. And so to the extent that people want it and to the extent that restaurants want it, that's really what's going to drive this. And so I'm going to be really, really straightforward and real with this. We made a lot of hay out of the fact that, craft beer in this state does $1.14 billion in economic impact, right? It sounds like a big number, and it is. It's very important to understand, 10 years ago, it was 1% of that, right? We've come a long way. Here's the thing to remember: 1.14 billion. Restaurants, their payroll in the state is $5 billion. Just their payroll. So I don't know what their economic impact number is, but you can imagine they have the gas. We don't have that kind of gas. And that's why listen, to get through this and to get through what a Brewers Guild gets through, you have to be agile, you have to be resilient, and you have to make friends. We've made friends. Restaurant Association, big friend. They said, we want this, and we said, we want this too. Because I'll tell you, the people who are doing okay are the people who are in grocery stores. But that's going to get harder and harder and harder because they're going to start putting suitcases of macro beers there, and like everyone's like, "Hey, man, I need my stuff, toilet paper," and they're going to grab they're going to grab a 30-pack. They're not going to peruse the beer aisle and look for dates on the bottom and stuff like that. So we have to open up that channel with restaurants, and it's twofold. We have to have better relationships with them because we're exciting, and now they see that. Once they go through all their stock, we have to exploit that channel. So if they want beer to go, then we really have to consider if it's worth us investing time and money and political capital on. And I think the answer is, you guys and the restaurants will tell me what the answer is. I think I know what it is, but
we find that out, I think, over the course of the next couple of weeks. The biggest question is obviously getting that answer from everybody else, but also why the hell is nobody sitting around delivering toilet paper rolls with their beer deliveries, guys? I'd be getting way more beer at this point.
We're at step one. I don't know if you saw Haas's doing some pantry items, and they included toilet paper. Actually, U.S. Egg was doing it.
Phase number 2.
Phase 2.
Yeah.
Rob, I know you're busy. I won't keep you much longer. We've obviously got Keep Arizona Brewing Virtual Beer Festival. The date of that is, remind me again, April 18th. The link is in here in the comments, and I'll add it again to a post. Rob, share this for me. I'll share that for you. We'll take care of that. Adam, thank you for your question, and thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Feel free to hang out in the back. People start putting in comments, so if you got nowhere to be, you can watch for a bit and see what comes in.
I'll hang out, but I wanted to tell you, man, when I went to Nashville for CBC a couple of years ago, in 18 hours, I ate 7 Nashville hot chickens because I wanted it. That was my like, hey, I already drink beer. I already know what beer tastes like. I want to understand this Nashville chicken thing. So I will answer those questions if we can get Ian to get us the hottest hot chicken possible, what I would love to do is to have us all film ourselves eating the hottest possible hot chicken and then dying probably. So we'll work on that. Rob, thank you so much for joining us. And we'll hang tight. We'll chat with you again soon. I want to have you back. This is a lot of fun. Right on. So you want me to just hang out and
whatever you feel like doing, man. Hang out in the background.
But anytime, man.
Thank you so much, Rob. I appreciate your time. Cheers, sir. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Boys.
What's up?
Oh, hey, there's everybody.
Oh, we're going to do that again? Yeah, we should do that again.
Yes. Cheers.
We're missing Adam Green, but he appeared, so I couldn't add him. All right, thanks, Rob. Take care.
I wouldn't say we're missing Adam.
I mean, missing Adam is a term. It's a term of endearment. Wait, there he is.
Hey, Adam Green.
Hi guys, it's good to see you again. And
that hottest chicken challenge for Ian, maybe should be saved until there's not a run on toilet paper in the general.
I got toilet paper yesterday at Costco. It was I left work. I'm like, I gotta go. I'm taking a Costco break just to get toilet paper.
I gotta go.
Like we're out panicking. Just we wanted to make sure we didn't run out and like panic when we didn't have any. So I did it.
Adam, is that your dog barking up a storm?
Yes, and I'm.
Great. That gives me an excuse to get rid of Adam Green. As usual, welcome back to the show, everybody. Thanks for joining us. You're 25 minutes in. Bobby Kramer is in the background, and I'm get rid of Adam. Bobby's going to do a little cocktail thing. But so obviously not even last week. It was just this Sunday. I told everyone about how my social distance buddy that I'm not socially distant with is my dear friend Earl Watford. So who just walked in. Earl, you can go ahead and show everybody. Just walked into my house and go grab a case, brother. Grab it like it. So I made a Wren House run, and Earl made a Sleepy Will run for me.
Oh, nice.
So we got the goods here. So they got some Tombstone in there, which is exciting stuff. and I'm excited to open it. So thank you, Earl. I appreciate that. He snuck in here quietly, and then I was like, just hang out. You can come over.
Mr. Ledford, my next round.
Ooh, what is it?
Oh, business ethics.
Business ethics of the shop. So the question we always ask everyone.
I got that.
You got business ethics?
Yep.
Oh, Earl has his business ethics.
Is that church music? Yeah, church music is so
Welcome
good.
to church.
The question we ask everyone, and we haven't asked it today yet, is what are you drinking? So I want to know, everyone that's watching right now, go ahead and tell us what you're drinking in the comments, and we'll share those comments with everyone.
Mark already told us in the comments. You should put it up there. He's got a Holy Mountain.
Oh,
yeah.
look at that. Mark, what's up? Hang on, Adam Ledford, I'm going to drop you for a second. Adam Green is drinking
I just wanted credit because I'm selfish like that for Brett having business ethics. So I brought that to him, dropped it up at his doorstep. At the same time, I was picking up this from the shop, their coconut isolationist, which I haven't opened yet. But just supporting local again because our spots, we have a lot of spots that are making just really good beer.
Yeah.
And I posed that question to you guys earlier in the week. I'm like, do you find yourself spending more money on alcohol than you did before all this went down? And I feel like the answer is probably yes, but also it's like a worthy yes, because everyone's still making really good beers for us. It's like, I'd be buying this no matter what.
I mean, did you expect them to just stop? They were going to just start making bad beer? They were just like,
no, but it's a little bit of normalcy for us. Like, these are breweries that we respect. Like, we go to Ren House, we go to the shop, we go to all these places, and it's like we expect them to make good beer, and they're still doing it. So it's not even like it's not difficult to say I'm going to spend my money there and buy that beer because I would be doing that anyway. So like Business Ethics, which is a really good beer, like that's there. We can still have that. So it's as upsetting or as disappointing as this time is for all of us, we can still find good beer, which we were doing before this. We can still do it during this, and at the same time help out places that we really appreciate and respect for doing what they're doing.
And
So,
Adam, thank you for getting me business ethics. You serve friendship ethics.
So I've got, gentlemen, Adam, as usual, I would like to remove you, but I might keep you and get rid of Brett for a moment.
Hey, my dog's eating stuff he shouldn't eat, so get rid of me.
Great. Well, Adam Ledford and Brett Berry can come back for a real quick second. I told you guys about something cool last week, and Bobby Kramer and I have just been talking today about something cool that we're going to do together with them and help them do something live. Last week, Bobby and the USBG, the U.S. Bartenders Guild, were able to do something called Eat for a Week. If you guys watched last week, you saw Eat for a Week. Adam Ledford, Brett, you guys remember that. We went live on our page with Eat for a Week. I can show you guys some of these photos that I will upload here in a moment. But to do a little bit more, to talk about this a little bit more in person, our dear friend, Bobby Bricks Kramer.
Bobby, I missed you so much. It's been like days.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man. Ledford, we'll come back to you, man. I'm trying to keep this thing together. Bobby.
Hey.
How you doing, brother?
Oh, just plugging away every day.
There.
Yeah, trying to always keep moving, man. Keep doing something cool. Yeah, it's good.
So Eat for a Week was an absolute success, in my opinion. It looked like it was amazing. I got to get some of these photos up here, but
yeah, what
a blast that was. How many volunteers did you guys have?
Oh God, it's the first day was pretty rough. We thought we had enough, and I think we had about eight, maybe 10 people total for the first day, and it turned into a 10 to 12 hour day. And then after that, I think we had close to 20 volunteers helping out. They were there pretty much all day. So, I mean, really cool. Everybody came out to support and celebrate. And it was, I don't know, it was really fun to see just, we're all in the same boat. And the first ones that are down are the first ones to help too, which was really fun. So,
well, let's take a look at some of these photos. Brett, I'll come back to you in a minute here, but I'm just going to zoom in, close this up here, which says some stuff that I didn't want to share anyways. That's okay. Let's get in here for a moment. This was Eat for a Week. This was April 7th. So what day was that?
That was Tuesday.
Where are the photos at, buddy? There were a ton of them. Ah, there they are. Okay. How many volunteers showed up for the first day?
I'd say about 10.
Okay, and then when the day came, obviously there were a ton of people.
Right, correct. Yeah. So I kind of took a video kind of asking for help, and I got a lot of hits. It's probably the most active I've ever been on my phone and on social media. But I think we got about double that the second day as well. So that's the total package. So with everything that we packaged up, it came out to our total order was, I can tell you here in 1 second. A lot of people have seen it, but just to kind of run through it as well. It was 6,000 eggs that we packaged up, 500 gallons of milk, 500 pounds of cheese, 500 turkey breasts, and they shipped those in the whole turkey too, so we got to divvy those up. 500 pounds of pasta, 500 pounds of rice, 500 pounds of beans, 500 loaves of Noble Bread, and Noble Bread really helped us out in a tight spot, so we're super thankful to them. We had about 2,000 potatoes, 2,000 pounds of potatoes, 2,000 plus apples, oranges, and bananas as well. On top of that, because Jack Daniels was a sponsor,
Yes.
we bought some Jack and Cokes.
These guys right here.
So we bought those to give to people as well, because it wouldn't be a bartending event or an event run by a bartender unless we offered you a drink, right? So.
And then there was this lovely photo afterwards of all of you guys 6 apart, which I thought was a blast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that went well. I've got some photos of the lines of people that were over there, but you are working on something new. Before we get to that, are you nearby your bar, and do you want to make us a drink live on camera?
Yeah, I'm sitting right here right now. Just waiting.
Let's talk about that. Brett, Adam Green, Bobby is going to make us, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a margarita.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Bobby, by the way,
Good.
Yeah.
after you showed us in the episode last week, I think both Adam and I went and were inspired to go make old fashions at home. I think
We failed.
varying levels of success. I thought mine turned out fairly nicely, actually.
It was still alcohol, so we won.
It counts. It counts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the one I'm going to make for you today is just going to be a simple Tommy's Marg. I figured it would be one of the easiest ways to kind of go about it, do it. So if you do have the prep, you're more than welcome to, squeeze your limes ahead of time. I'm just assuming everybody doesn't really have that. And say you don't have a juicer, I don't know why I'm worried. I'm going to be making this all for myself anyway. So forgive me if I'm not wearing gloves for this part. All right. So if you don't have a juicer, easy way to do is just kind of cut up your limes. Super simple. This is kind of a chef method. So I just took like a simple strainer just because I'm not a big pulp fan. And then you just kind of take a fork and you can just kind of squeeze the lemon and squeeze all the juice out of there. So I'm just assuming that no one really has as much lime juice lying around at a bar, or if you don't have any bar equipment, this is just a really simple way to get some fresh lime juice at your house without having to bust out a whole lot of tools. Or actually a juicer, if you don't have a juicer. So what I like to do is a really simple recipe. I like to do equal parts agave nectar and lime juice. So for my agave nectar, I actually make a syrup. I do 2 parts agave nectar to 1 part water just to kind of thin it out a little bit. You can add orange zest to it and let that steep almost like an oleosaccharum like we've done before. But that's a just fun, simple way. Tommy's Margarita is kind of the original skinny margarita. It's out of San Francisco. Super delightful, refreshing. No sugar added except for the actual agave nectar, all right? So now I'm going to take my lime juice that I have. I'm going to measure it out. So like I said, we're going to do 1 ounce. No one's going to have just 1 margarita, so I did some extra for me. And then, like I said, 2 parts agave nectar to 1 part water. I'm going to do 1 ounce of that, so it's equal parts lime juice and your agave syrup. And then choose your favorite tequila to use as well. And go ahead and pour that in. I'm going to do 2 ounces of tequila.
Bobby, which tequila are you using? I'm curious right now.
I'm using Azuña right now too. 100% organic. Travis is super involved. He was one of the previous president before me for USBG, and it would be only right showcase. And frankly, I've been drinking margaritas with it all week. So
drinking all week is all we heard.
Right?
So is everybody else, I promise.
That's all right. And then you'll just do a quick shake. That was a good pop, huh? All right. Ice first, cocktail first. Honestly, personal preference, whatever you'd like to do. So you can salt the rim if you'd like. You can toss salt in the cocktail would actually be good, but I'm just doing this as simple as possible. All right, so here we have a Tommy's margarita, and then it wouldn't be complete without a garnish. So that's really simple, easy way. Make a margarita at home. The agave nectar will stay as well. I also have stuff to make kind of a traditional margarita if we wanted to go that route, but I also promised Chef I would make them a Negroni. So if you guys want to make a Negroni together, we could do that as well.
Save it for a second. I do want to talk about I've told the guys about the next project you've got going. Cheers. Yes. If anybody else wants to join us for a toast, Adam Ledford, Brett Barry, Adam Green. Rob, you got your drink in hand? Let's see if we get everybody in here for a quick toast.
I know Earl's got a drink, right?
Earl, you going to sneak in here? We can all just real quickly do this bad boy. Yeah.
We did it, guys. We did it.
We did it. Okay. All right. Before the internet gets broken, let's talk a little bit about the project. Wait a minute. Adam Green has something to say. Yes.
No, I just have a question. Like, Bobby, you obviously do a great job making these drinks, and people like Brett and myself, we've tried to make old fashions to, like you said, varying degrees of success. Like, how difficult is it to make these, or should we feel bad that we can't make it quite as good as you do?
I mean, I've been practicing for a long time. So
you remember the biceps thing, right? I mean,
I don't have biceps.
Did you wink into it? I mean, there's a whole lot of factors that come into it. So, like, making cocktails at home, unfortunately, unless you have all the proper equipment, it's never going to be quite the same. So the money we spend on, like, for example, our ice machine. Ice is such a big part of it. I guarantee no one's really got cold draft ice at home except for maybe some of the more intense bartenders or like Ross Simon or someone. But, you know, it comes down to that. We have all the proper tools, the equipment to make it here ready to go. And on top of that, I have everything I need, like with the kitchen, ordering, you know, everything for my syrups. Now, I'm not saying you can't make the same quality cocktails at home, but it does take more prep work, more leg work, and then you'd have to go out buy the right ice if you want to get that true quality for it as well.
Bobby, I don't want to, first of all, I want to look at some of the comments that were made here. Some funny things. Adam and Brett were talking to each other while you and I were talking, and they mentioned the old fashioned. He said, what was the average lifespan of those old fashions? Brett, of course, responds with 0.0 times 100% of his weekly quarantine free time. And Taz says, nice pop, but she prefers the elbow method. Last time she used her
we call that the Brandon Casey.
The Brandon Casey. So yeah. I don't want to go into too much detail because I know we're still working out all the artwork like that. But we're going to do something this coming Thursday, right?
Yes, correct. So do we want to talk about that? I'm happy to. I want to tease it, but I want to let everybody know that I mean it's confirmed who we have and what they're doing, right? Correct. Yes.
So I want to let everybody know right here, right now. You're finding this out. It is a well kept secret until a few minutes ago. Chef Tamara Stanger from Cotton and Copper will be live on the show next Thursday, teaching you guys how to make a pie. And Bobby is working with USBG to make this happen for some people in need as well. So some ingredients will go into people's hands. We'll be posting the ingredients list. Bobby, you guys will be doing the same thing on your page. so that everyone can join us and make this thing live at home. I'm so excited about that. That's gonna be.
It's an unbelievable idea. I was reached out to by Diageo to kind of make this happen. Unfortunately, everybody's in this awkward boat where budgets are being cut and not a lot of stuff going out. So I looked into kind of the USBG funds, obviously, with what we did for Eat for a Week, and I still have some budget, and I wanted to reach out to chefs and show a way to showcase them. Well, it's still like all these bartenders, servers, cooks, everybody's trapped at home at this point. And so one thing is just trying to fight the boredom at home. But then another thing is you also have to feed yourself and eat. So we're giving people groceries, and we're hopeful that this can continue. I've been working with a couple different liquor companies, and I think we're going to be able to do a second round of the Eat for a Week. So super stoked for that. But I want more. That's 2 weeks. So for all our bartenders, servers, our industry family, really it's for you. But this is for everybody. I mean, everybody's kind of trapped at home. But for all our industry family, USBG is committing to building you an ingredient box that you're going to go pick up at Chef's Restaurant. And all you have to do is sign up on the Eventbrite link. That goes live tonight. And it'll be first come, first serve, but we will give you a full list where if you don't need the ingredients and you could just go buy it yourself, you're welcome to do that as well. But I am buying enough for 50 boxes for people that need it. And then we're going to start doing this every week with different chefs from around the valley. So we actually have, this will be episode 1 where we said what we're doing, right? We're making a pie.
We're making a pie. I did say, I don't know.
We're making
a pie. Earl just looked at me like, come in here real quick. Because that look on his face was priceless. He just got wide-eyed.
I'll make a pie.
He's going to make a pie with us too. So
yeah, hell yeah. I mean, we're gonna make a pie with seriously my personal opinion, the most talented pie maker in the state.
And did we decide on what pie, or is that still a surprise?
It's an apple pie.
Okay,
we're going full blown American.
But apple pie with Chef Tammy is a whole different level of apple pie. You're crust from scratch, right? That kind of thing. We're going.
Yeah, everything's from scratch, and then I'm going to let Tammy talk about everything, but I'm pretty sure she's going to go into some techniques and some finishes that she personally would do. And so I'm leaving it up to her. I'm going to be there, obviously, with her and kind of going through everything, and we'll post it. And thank you for having us and being able to make this happen.
No,
I'm super stoked. Yeah.
We'll co-host it and everything. If anybody has any questions about that, let us know. Bobby, hang tight. I want you to do one more drink for us live towards the end of the show. So if you've got nothing going on, it'll be in the next 15 minutes. I'm going to bring back in my co-hosts. We'll chat for a bit. And I want to engage our audience that's still with us. Thank you guys for watching. Bobby, thank you for making a margarita for us live. Goodbye.
Of course, man.
If you're margarita, you can toast us real quick. We could do that.
Oh, yeah.
I have a question.
Oh, did we lose him? Did we lose Bobby? Well, close it up. There it is.
Again.
Thanks, brother.
Man, I got to work on my pie face. Earl has that thing on lock.
Pie face? Is that a good beer name?
Add it to the list, Brett.
Let's get
Something you guys don't know about Earl, the man loves to bake and cook. We did some crazy stuff this weekend, and you made what did you make, a banana bread or something last week?
Oh, that's easy though.
No, I'm sorry. He made a sweet potato pie from scratch.
That's hard.
That is not easy.
Yeah, that's very difficult.
Not easy. Friends, for everyone out there, by the way, I'm opening up one of
We're
our.
supposed to have whiskey.
I know. I'll get there. I'm opening up this Over and Out from Tombstone because Earl brought it, and then Earl, grab a glass and have some of this with me since you're here, brother.
Come on, man.
For those of you joining us right now, I do know if you've done some cooking, tell us what you've cooked. What have you cooked at home?
Are people having to make crazy? Right? Is it an episode of Chopped for people just putting together random ingredients and making a meal? I understand I'm probably easy to please. Just if it's edible, I will eat it and be happy. But times like this when people are just going to the store just to get whatever they need randomly? Like, are people finding themselves like, Adam, I know you can cook, and Brett, I know you know people who can cook. Like, are you finding that? Because like my fiance, I feel like I tell her like she can cook, but she's at her best. I feel like when she's like randomly throwing 3 or 4 ingredients together and like this is a delicious meal. But like I wonder if people are like that right now, where it's like normally you say I'm going to go out and get X, whatever ingredient you need, or 2 ingredients. But now it's like I don't want to go out. It's not necessarily safe. I'll just do with what we have. And you come up with gourmet meals. Like I wonder, are you guys in the same boat?
Adam, are you just like, Tammy, how did you make Kraft macaroni and cheese so good?
We have the Auntie Annie's organic mac and cheese from Costco, so thank you very much.
Oh. hey, that's pretty decent stuff, man. If you're
right, it is.
if you're gonna get a kit, that's the way to go.
But like, do you guys see that? Because it's normally like when just normal times you would go just like, I want a thing, I want to make this. You just go to the store and get it. Maybe now you're a little bit hesitant to do that. Do you find yourselves or your ladies in your life or just whoever just making, and our viewers too, like just making do with what you have and kind of experimenting and trying new things? Because I feel like we've done a little bit of that too. When I say we, I mean my fiance.
Yeah, we've thrown some random stuff together. I just appreciate that we seem to always have the breakfast foods available, so I can make bacon and a bunch of dehydrated like camping hash browns that are delightful, and that is quite the meal.
Speaking of those, I have Brett to thank for my dehydrated hash brown addiction.
They're the best.
Maybe next time I go off screen, I'll grab one. But they come in a milk carton, like a school lunch milk carton, and it's amazing. It feeds an army in one thing. But
I've seen those.
They also last forever.
I ruined them. I found a way to ruin them.
How do you mess up dry potatoes in a box?
I found a way. I remember that. Like the only thing I got was the box.
I just picture Adam putting, instead of like hydrating them and then putting them into the pan with the oil or butter, he just like puts the entire carton on the range.
I'm not proud of my inability to make dehydrated hash browns.
It's like, damn it, this isn't working. Let me try the toaster.
So Skylar Rose in the comment, I definitely have been utilizing the smoker like a lot more, like a whole lot more. So yeah, I'm right there with you. Like chicken thighs, chicken legs, brisket, doing beef ribs.
Not brisket.
Thing. Not little furry cute briskets, like actual
dog brisket. You're not eating him yet, I hope.
For people to understand this joke, you have to remember that last week on the show, we got to meet his dog, and his dog's name is Brisket. So please don't cook brisket. It's not the fucking apocalypse yet, Adam. Don't cook brisket.
Yusuf, yank me.
That's
He's gonna go find a dog that looks similar to brisket.
Life, probably. Brisket, that's what I was looking for.
Eating brisket is not playing the long game, man. He's like barely a meal.
Guys, there were a couple other comments in here. So we had some smoked pulled pork. I know
that sounds delicious for Passover.
Did we see anything else?
I love pulled pork.
Do you guys
everything? Taz.
I feel like I'm not a cook. I'm not a chef, and I don't have a smoker. I don't have things to like. I feel like I wish I did have a smoker so I could play around and learn how to do this. Like this time that we have, just a lot of free time we all have. It's like it'd be fun to play around with something like that. Like maybe because obviously smoked meats are delicious. If you could learn how to do that and do it well, it'd be like that's a nice skill to come out of this with. Like, like not necessarily a hobby, but a skill. But unless you have the tools to begin with, it's hard to just be like, I'm going to do that now.
Yeah, you know what? You raised a good point, Adam. Made me realize that I got for Christmas from my parents this last Christmas. My mom got me a cookbook of like all bacon-based recipes.
Can I have it?
I mean, I feel like I should try to work through them all, and then I can lend it to you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Because I mean, that's a cookbook I can get behind.
So before we wrap up the show, well, first of all, that's brisket.
Still alive. Good.
Say hi, buddy.
Brisket is still alive. We have not gotten to the point where Adam has.
Brisket.
Well, he's clearly trying to fatten him up.
There we go.
Also, I know Yusuf's really trying to work this
Son of a bitch.
relationship, and best of luck to you, buddy. But I recommend dehydrated Idaho Spuds. 1 year supply is like a box. So I'm really trying to pull like a $15 sponsorship.
I never thought there'd be a day I pulled the other Adam off the show, but here it is.
Why'd you do that?
You're right.
There's only one person on the show that shamelessly plugs and bakes.
Wonderful. What am I thinking? Bobby, you're back there. I was asking you in our conversation what you were going to make next, so I could make a banner. So text that and prep yourself. We're going to you.
He said a Negroni, right?
Huh?
He said a Negroni, right?
Nod your head if that's correct. Yes, he did. Okay, cool. So we are doing a Negroni with Bobby Britt. So hang tight, guys. A couple of minutes, we'll get Bobby to show us what he's making. It's going to be a delicious Negroni. For the rest of y'all, if you're opening up your next drink, if you're putting another drink into a glass, mixing up your own cocktail, if you're making tea to go to bed, chamomile, I recommend. It's very nice. Let us know. Type it in. And thank you for joining us. It's been amazing to have you guys. We've been doing this we're on week 3 now. I can't keep track.
Time is a social construct.
That's why this is called episode ? I knew what it was.
There is no spoon.
There is no spoon. Bobby is prepping himself right now. And do you guys have any questions you want to ask the audience? Brett?
What is the best thing you have drank since quarantine started?
I do like that. I do like that question. And I'm going to bring Adam Green in. I'm going to pop out and put this question.
Oh, no, the best thing I drank since quarantine started was Comb the Desert from Bottle Logic. It was delicious.
I agree. The best thing I drank totally independently was Comb the Desert by Bottle.
We did a social distance share, and we had a table that was 10 feet apart from all of us, and Adam Ledford was probably, because when he came up to Phoenix to get the chicken sandwich, I'm like, dude, you got me a delicious chicken sandwich from Ground Control. I should probably pay you in some way other than just my friendship, because of course that's not nearly enough.
That's immeasurable.
Yeah, well, that's the picture. Kind of Ledford's not in that, but also Dexter was part of it. He was social distancing as well. But it was a situation and I'm sure a lot of people who watch this, and we're all in the same boat, we get all these beers normally where we want to drink them, but we'd rather drink them with our friends. And this is a situation this is the best chance I have to drink this with some of my friends from a very safe distance. But it's this is the time to do it. And it's tough because there's people who drink and there's people who drink for a different reason. I feel we're not, maybe it's just trying to excuse, we're not alcoholics because we want to share. Maybe that's what the difference is.
No, I think we justified it correctly, Adam. I think today was one, we've been doing this for, like I said, almost 3 weeks. Everyone has stayed healthy and safe. And so we allowed ourselves to be still socially distant in your driveway. But
there were gloves, masks, and sanitation equipment. We were basically
delicious beer.
Yeah. There are no masks or gloves in that photo, so stop lying to America.
Hey, who was wearing?
That's our buddy Sam there, but that's the gloves. But that was a good beer that I was really excited to not just open up and drink it myself, which of course I was, but to share it with you guys who would also enjoy it, and to enjoy it with you meant a world to me. And I imagine there's a lot of people who are watching us right now who are in the same boat where we like drinking really good beer, but we get even more out of it. We can drink that really good beer with our friends who enjoy drinking that really good beer. So it's, the longer we go on with this doesn't mean we should just relax our social distancing. No. Just because we've been doing it for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, however long it is, doesn't mean it's safer now. But I think we're all adjusting to what is the best way to do this for all of us and what's the safest way. Because we were safe. We had this, like you said, the sanitation wipes, we had the distancing. We did everything we could to do this safely. And does that mean we are 100% no, the safest thing we could do is never see anyone ever again. But there are ways to kind of adjust with this new reality where we don't do it all the time. I'm not saying, hey, come up to the house in the driveway every day, but we can make this work and make it to where we can live life and not just survive these next, however long this is. And I think that's the important. Be smart, don't be dumb, but we can still do things.
The point is what people drank as well. And I've got a couple of awesome answers. Someone also knew we were already on week 3, which is hilarious. Cynthia, thank you, superfan Cynthia. Blood of My Enemies by Dark Sky. Hell yeah. Rob, if you're listening, I want to know if you've opened anything super exciting. We'll come to you right now if you have an answer for it. Love to hear it. And then Taz, also another one of our super fans, says she's a bartender, so whatever the hell she felt that day.
Hey, Yusuf, I was the safest at the share today because I was a good 15 miles away.
15 miles away. I love it.
You were in South Central Phoenix.
But you could
So hang on.
you could still hear Yusuf though, right, Brett?
Yeah, it was very hard to finish my work.
I do want to bring in Rob, and as usual, drop out of here.
Rob, welcome back.
Rob, what did you drink?
All right. Well, it's not what did I drink. I'm trying to get through my cellar. This is a Schlenkerla Urbach, and it has a little bit of age on it. And there's no shame in aging or forgetting about a smoke beer, a Rauch beer. The longer you sit on one of these, the more and more it approximates a Belgian strong dark, but without the alcohol. And the classic one, and I need to go through probably 10 years of Alaskan smoked porter. But I'm trying to clear out my cellar because maybe before this Marie Kondo got in my head. Does it spark joy? Not on an everyday basis. Let's just get through them. Beers get old, they decay. I'm more interested in understanding how that works, but a lot of them are pretty enjoyable, even though they have flaws. And so a smoked beer, I'm trying to get rid of. I have a bunch of things in the cellar, and when I say cellar, there's a bunch of things. Oh, let's go this way.
Well, you do us a favor.
There's a bunch of things in my refrigerator.
Yeah, right.
Outdoor refrigerator that are stored at a great temperature. I have a cellar at 65 degrees. It's a double 4-wall cooler in my laundry room. But then I have some beers that are just
do us a favor, Rob.
Yeah.
Picture that, post it on this post as well, so people can see what you opened just now. If you missed it, a lot of people jumped in and out. With that being said, guys, before we go to our last 5 minutes to wrap up, take a picture of that, send it to me, post it for people to see later.
Yeah.
Cheers. Appreciate it, man.
Is it Negroni time?
It's time. And oh man, the dance. Do that one more time. Do that one more time. Why am I writing Negroni time? Negroni time.
I'm gonna be a meme. I hope not. Please, God, no.
Oh, it's just you. You're a meme. You're a Negroni time.
We're gonna superimpose that video of Adam Ledford into a shake weight commercial.
Hey, Bobby, what time is it?
It's Negroni time.
Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, again, everybody's here. We're all excited to watch Negroni time, but now it is
to make this effectively, we need to see those eyes. Oh, there they are. Really serious, dark.
All right, guys. So Negroni is going to be one of my personal favorite cocktails. Best part about it, 3 ingredients you can find pretty much anywhere. Dive bar, super simple. It's as simple as you could just pour it in a glass and serve with your finger. Put it in a pint glass, batch it up, put it in the freezer, whatever you need to do. But I'm going to make you 2 cocktails. They're both Negroni. So one's going to be a classic Negroni. The other is going to be a Boulevardier. Now, why I say these are so simple cocktails is because it's going to be all equal parts. So we're talking 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. We're going to do 1 ounce of Campari. There she is, that beauty. Now, the only difference that's going to be between these 2 cocktails is going to be the base spirit. So classic Negroni is going to use gin. In this case, I'm going to use Ford's gin for you. So we're going to do 1 ounce of our spirit. With the Boulevardier, we're going to use whiskey. Most people say bourbon. I'm personally a rye fan, so we're going to go with rye in my Boulevardier since I'm the happy alcoholic here. And that's it. So it's going to be dry, sweet, and bitter. best way to describe it. Extremely easy, and extremely complex and delicious as well. Right. And like I said, you could stir with your finger. You could just put it in a pint glass and go. You could stir with one hand if you want, and then I can look, at them in the eyes.
Can we do that one more time? That stir is popular now on the internet. Yeah.
And we can watch Guardians of the Galaxy behind me.
Don't get this thing cut off.
All right. You can serve it up. Traditionally, I like it on the rocks. We do live in a desert. All right. Look at that.
And you're bringing one of those to go for me, right?
I don't think it'll last that long. You could do just an orange segment with it. I personally prefer a twist because I like having the oils in there.
I do a twist as well. Been making Negronis last week, and it's been amazing. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I love it. I'm going to bring back in Adam Ledford, Brett Berry. Actually, Adam Ledford is a huge Negroni fan, so I'm sure he'll tell you that he's.
Yes. No, without a doubt. It is hands down my favorite classic cocktail. If that was the only cocktail left, I would be sad, but not too sad.
Can I ask you why?
So there's I really like the bitter component. Like I'm a huge Campari fan. I'm a huge Aperol fan. I think that there's something about that complexity and that challenge that really just keeps me coming back for more. I think a lot of people who started down the path of chasing the Hop Dragon and the West Coast IPAs, when they started really going after the super bitter stuff, I think that that's just people rediscovering that when you drink something bitter, it's your intellect overriding your lizard brain, and you get kind of a high from not spitting out the poison and instead assimilating it and becoming stronger or drunker.
Well, I think it's so hilarious because that does seem to be, one of the more popular, especially among chefs, bartenders. Are you out of here, chef? No, we got the other phone. Yes. Somewhere, I'll grab it for you. Sorry, guys.
You're good, man.
But what it comes down to is, that's just where our palates developed. You look at all the bitter things. Like, it was mainly used for medicine. Like you talk about. Bitter is poison. That's what you're tasting. And so coming to one of these cocktails, like, that's where most people's palates. It's my personal favorite cocktail. One, it's mindless to make. I just keep it batched in the freezer at home, and then when I get home, I pour it over ice. I shake up the bottle, pour it over ice. It's good to go. But then also, like, it's a drink you could have anywhere, but it's so complex with being so simple to make. 3 ingredients. You got a dry component, really, really specific dry, and really specific, like, sweet component with it, and then just a crisp, bitter finish. And you get all of those in layers. And then with the Negroni, like, it's so versatile. Like, you switch out the gin for bourbon, you take away the dry, but you add this, like, rich flavor to it and, like, a little bit of complexity, like, that way, where it becomes almost like a more bitter Manhattan is, like, an easy way to describe it. Or one of my personal favorites is the Spagliato. So instead of doing gin, you replace it with bubbly wine, and that's my summertime crusher. Oh. There's so many different ones.
So that's almost like a Campari-based Aperol spritz at that point, then, right?
Yeah, with sweet vermouth.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
We're not watering it down because we ain't bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Well, dude, thank you so much for making those for us, and I'm really excited. We'll do an early episode next week and talk about the beat the boredom thing. Super excited to have Chef Tammy on.
It's gonna be dope.
You're awesome. I appreciate you, man. Cheers. We'll bring everybody in for another toast. Adam Green, Rob. Look at all this.
Hey, we got it.
Cheers, everyone.
Love it.
Thanks, Bobby.
Hey, so this is where it gets choppy. There's 5 of us here, so nobody try to talk over each other. But Rob, you sent me an image a second ago, and I'm going to show everyone that image right there. Get rid of this banner for a moment. But Rob, can you wanted to talk about one of your? You said you had a poster in the back.
Well, no. Show this. Yeah.
Hold on.
You asked for what I was drinking, but this is a classic black sign. I grew up in Wisconsin, and this is what you would see two-sided. I only have one side, but that would be, you have the bar name underneath, but that's a lighted black sign from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So
that's freaking awesome.
That's baller.
Vollmer, you've got quite the room. I've got to make a room like that, like kind of the old school video game magazines that had the Room of Doom. I'm gonna have to make a room like that to be kind of the studio for this show once this whole thing is over, where we can all hang out. So thank you for joining us, Rob.
It looks like we could start an episode of American Drinkers instead of American Pickers.
Yes.
Am I the only one who, whenever I hear Milwaukee, thinks Milwaukee, which is Algonquin for the good land? Am I the only one? Is that just me? Adam, you get it.
Party on, Adam.
Party on, Adam.
Rob, thank you so much. We're going to start closing out the show. We broke the hour mark, which I hate doing. This
is fun.
It's the it's the end of the show. Episode question mark.
I just got started.
No, it's episode question mark. I know we were supposed to have something. I don't know where I put it. I was in such a rush.
That I gave you that I haven't had yet.
We might have to.
That cut out. I'm going to drink some later, so it's up to you. You need to find that. It's in a freaking water bottle, man.
Whiskey in a water bottle? That's a beer name. You do it, Brett.
Social distance drink sharing. He has some of that. What was it? That Bad Boy Wally.
The Wally whiskey from Adventurous Stills. Yeah, I haven't had it yet. I want to have some tonight. Like, this was my plan now.
And Bobby knows about it too.
Find yours so I can drink mine.
I will find ours, and you know what I'll do is I'll find ours, and I will record our conversation after this live broadcast so that we can post that moment later, and it'll be long enough to go on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook.
That's weak sauce, my friend. That's weak sauce.
Hey, that's a reason for everybody to come back to the page and watch this. He'll bust out the bottle. I'll bust out my vessel that I use.
The entire bottle, I would die.
No, I mean, you'll pull out the bottle so we can see it.
And we'll look on affectionately.
Yes.
I remember that guy. He was fine.
Well, with that being said, for everyone who joined us today, thank you so much. If you haven't already, get some Together from Ren because it was banging.
Nice. That's good to hear.
Sipping on Over and Out. This hoppy sour is out of this world delicious right now. It was a nice little
Tombstone knows what they're doing, man.
Huh?
Tombstone knows what they're doing. That's a really good Arizona brewery.
Because you guys were all bragging on last week's show and I hadn't gotten mine yet, I picked up a can of 7 Stars.
Should I show you my entire fridge full of it? Or
I've got 4 left. So I mean,
it's like a, okay, fine.
I could my fridge could pay your mortgage for 6 months. So calm down. But only because I know your mortgage is like $38.
it might be paying Yusuf's mortgage in about another month if this keeps going sideways.
Everyone, please watch our show so Yusuf can pay his mortgage.
Oh, we didn't even tell everybody. Guys, within a few days, there will be some really dope Social Distance Drinking Club merch. And we're going to donate some of that money, both to help fund this, which is currently getting paid for out of pocket, and to help local businesses as well, including Bobby's project with the USBG. So we'll have some money going that way to feed people.
Everyone is be good. Like, we love these breweries. We love all the local places, man. Like,
and bars and restaurants.
Of course, yes.
Everything.
Like,
so,
we're trying to help, like, because we care about all these places. We love these places. We appreciate going to them. Brett's shirt or hat says "Drink AZ" or "Drink As." I don't know for sure. There's not a space in between.
Drink
But
as.
we're big fans of the local spots, and we want them to be around when this all ends because it will end.
If Adam mentions the whole point of the show 16 more times, people might stop watching it.
What about 17 more times?
No, the 19th one is the one that sticks, though, guys.
Adam,
What
Adam the hat, real quick. Cynthia says she wants that.
Give her your hat, Brett.
So I can speak to that hat. That came from Hermanos right here in sunny Tucson.
Yeah. This hat came from Adam Ledford.
It did indeed. We did a hat trade. Hat trades.
We did, yeah.
Ian Harwell, by the way, this is great. I'm going to close on this. Adam Ledford, I know you told him you were having Ian hug withdrawals. The response from Ian, he's having Ian hugs withdrawals too. When I think about you, I hug myself. You're not an idiot, Ian. I miss touching people, and that sounds weird. At some point in the future, someone's going to take that and use it against me. With that being said,
by the way, Yusuf, can you put that back up? Can you put that Ian thing back up?
I'd be happy to.
That looks like really low budget Weird Al Yankovic lyrics for When I Think About You, I Touch Myself parody song.
I mean, look at Ian's picture.
Perfect time for social distance too, man. Ian, if I have your permission, I might try to work that into a full-on parody song.
Also, Ian, that chicken sandwich was amazing.
God, it's so good. It's so good.
All right. Well, you know what? Then we'll end on a photo of that chicken sandwich right there.
Oh, so good. I wanted it again.
And once again, a huge thank you to our guest today, Rob Fulmer, the director of the AZ Craft Brewers Guild, and also to Bobby Bricks Kramer from the Brickyard and the Hidden House, downtown Chandler, for doing a demo for us of a couple of drinks. Cheers to everyone for watching. This has been another episode of the Social Distance Drinking Club. Tell your friends, tell your family, have your dog watch it if they have their own iPhone.
Share that shit.
But I think we can nail this toast. Can we get it? There it is.
I think we did it.
Did it.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you in a couple of days. Wait, hold on. Sunday. And I'll let you guys know about Sunday's episode, the Sunday date.